Hey, I think I'm gonna uninstall Helldivers. What? Why, man? You love Helldivers. What, dude, have you not heard? It's like completely bricking PCs and the devs aren't even doing anything to fix it. I'm not exactly the brightest tool in this chat, but I am pretty versed in computers and stuff, and especially in the gaming sphere, there is a lot of factoids that I'd like to throw around for y'all because, wow, people can be dumb. First is just addressing what this video started with. A game can't brick a PC. That can't happen. Elite level malware is the only thing capable of the things that Helldivers was claimed to do to PCs. Why? Your computer isn't stupid. There is hardware level protection on each and every component in your computer, and it is a Herculean task for even the greatest of hackers to brick the system itself. That's why most malware you get off the internet targets software and can be very easily fixed with at the very most a fresh Windows install, and at the least, most likely, just whatever you've installed, get rid of it. You're welcome. Next up is the Steam Machine. Now I'm gonna yap about it for a while, and I love it. It looks amazing, and I'm gonna get a Steam controller for myself when that comes out. However, come on, really? This thing is not gonna kill any consoles. But it's free online play, and exclusives, and unlocked performance, and yes, it's all very cool, and those are true. But there are a few things that people have got to understand about the Steam Machine. First, while the price isn't confirmed, it's gonna match closer to PC prices, not console prices. $700 or $800 is my guess, based on the specs, which is cheaper than a PC off of Amazon. That's for sure, don't get me wrong. But you know what it's not cheaper than? A PlayStation. Next is that while performance is unlocked, it's also not going to be out of this world. It's going to maybe match the PS5, but I won't get my hopes that high. We're told to expect the performance of a 7600 XT, which is not a 4K card at all. At 1080p, you're going to get great performance, but even at 1440, ooh. Also, RDNA 3 is not exactly modern technology, so things like upscaling frame gen are going to be Last, I want to talk about SteamOS, and I love SteamOS. It's great on my Steam Deck. However, there are some things to note, and one of the biggest ones is that some games just don't work in the slightest. 9 times out of 10 it has to do with the anti-cheat. Most anti-cheats work fine, but Warzone and Battlefield and FIFA just don't work on SteamOS, so that is very important to note. Oh, are you done now? Hang on, give me a second. Hang on. Alright, cool. Another thing with SteamOS is because it's a Linux-based, applications that are not just basic games tend to be a lot trickier to install than on Windows. Other than those things though, SteamOS is amazing, and I have very high hopes for the Steam Machine, and I want it to succeed. I just don't want any disappointment for all of this coming out for the first time for some people. Next up is the 9070 non-XT, which the PC community has been exercising ever since its conception. However, come here, get a little closer. It's not a bad card. Yes, in a world where MSRPs exist and all is right in the world, the MSRP of the 9070 just doesn't make sense at $50 less than the 9070. With that said, it doesn't make the product bad. The 9070 is still great, being Team Red's third best GPU in their entire lineup, second in ray tracing. Could it be cheaper? Maybe, sure, but it beats the 5070 in raster and nearly matches it in ray tracing for the same MSRP. That's good for AMD. With that said though, I could say all the same things about the 5070, especially considering recent price drops. While 12 gigs of VRAM is pushing it in 1440p gaming these days, it's still certainly enough, and so is the performance. Next up is ray tracing requirements in video games. This is where I reiterate that I am not the brightest bulb in the shed, so this will be vague with the knowledge that I do have. Ray tracing isn't easy to implement into video games. It takes development time, trial and error, rada. It ain't a walk in the park. But you know what else isn't? Raster! Ray tracing isn't a drag and drop implementation, and neither is raster lighting. Both are very time-consuming processes in the creation of video games. And while an option is always nice for those with lower-end hardware, we're getting to a point in modern-day gaming where most people will have something that can perform in ray tracing. And if you're trying to make a pretty game and you want to save that time and resources, sometimes it's worth it to not worry about that pesky rastered lighting. Not for Doom, but I mean, I'm not the one. That is my wisdom. If y'all want more answers by yours truly, I would love to make another video like this. That's all I gotta say for now. Go touch grass.